January 21st. Hello, everyone. I want to let you guys know this is the time you guys have to be more on high alert than ever. Okay? The calm before the storm. Okay? Remember, don't be thinking Trump's in office, everything's fine, because it isn't. Everybody's seen everything that's happened. The mockers are even going through the roof right now. And it said in the last days, the mockers, and they're going through the roof hardcore right now. I've got people that I've blocked a long time ago that are still hanging in there, and they're constantly mocking. Now, I just got to talk to somebody in the store just now, and they said they seen a person in there that was constantly mocking me. She could hear her voice talking, I guess. I don't know how that's possible, but she was talking on her phone somehow. But she said she was talking about my business when I was in Florida. Anything and everything. And have you ever seen anybody want to hang on so tight and stay so long mocking against you? This is what they do. Okay? And they're going to do it all the way to the very end. To the bitter end. Because remember, now these are demonic spirits that are coming up against us, okay? This is a photo. I had it taken. It's not too good. Printed it out on the machine. But you guys could see that, clearly see it, the angel blowing the trumpet. Alright, listen, I just checked the earthquakes that we've had in America today. They're low. They're down to, I think, like 34 in America today. So far in the last 24 hours. 34 is still not no little bit by any means. But Yellowstone, okay? That is the largest activity for a volcano, okay? When this thing explodes, the earth is going to go to and fro like this. Okay? It's the biggest in the world, okay? They had a 3.3 just a little bit ago today. A 3.3. Now that's the age of Jesus when he was crucified, 33. And remember, we were speaking about how he does work with numbers to try to let us see what's getting ready to happen before it happens. But he says to watch, and we have to be on guard. Now, we're supposed to be getting a lot of hail over here today, some storms where I'm at. But they said last night they were going to come in. About 5 this morning, I heard some thundering. That was about it. But this thing quit working. I'm not getting any signal out of it anymore. I mean, it's on, but it's blocked or something. I don't know if it's shut off or what. But don't lose. Remember what the word says, patience, okay? Where Jesus says we must have patience. Also, be anxious for nothing, okay? Because everybody's like wanting really bad right now for this to be over, and they can't understand why it hasn't ended. Remember, the last Trump. Donald Trump is the end. All right, and people say, well, I always thought Obama was it. Remember, this is a spiritual battle that we're having. These things can move from one person into another person. All they got to do is shake hands. And that demonic spirit that was in Obama is now in him. These things move around. What does the Bible say? It's a spiritual battle. People have to start thinking in the spiritual realm, because this is what's really happening. Yes, people will be dying in the flesh, but that's always been happening. But now, more than ever, you have to open up your eyes, man, and start seeing and thinking with the spiritual realm. You have to let go of this life, because this is going to blind you. You won't see it coming. The Word of God says, don't let these days come upon you unaware. And you know how many people right now are slipping right back into the world? Even lukewarm, being lukewarm. And this is the worst time to be lukewarm. If you are lukewarm, what does it say? I'll spew you out of my mouth. And let me tell you something. When everybody thought this was it, this is going to be it, this is the time, let me tell you what, those are the times that the lukewarm will be, those that are really weak will fall to the side. And you don't want to be that one that falls to the side, not now. Okay? This is all getting ready to be divided right now. People are not going to see this coming. St. Luke. Now, 21, verse 34 through 36. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life. Okay? And so that day come upon you unaware. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. They're not going to be ready for it. Because they're going to be thinking, oh, everything's fine. It's not fine. Look at it. Last week, man, it was freezing here. Freezing. All last week. I mean, the roads, everything was frozen everywhere. And now, it's like summertime here. It's like the summer. And then we're talking about hail today. Remember, the hail's going to get larger and larger and larger. And the weather's going to get more unpredictable. People ain't going to be farming crops here. This is not the time to get lukewarm here. This is the time to be, getting more into the Word of God. Believing in what's going to happen. Okay? It says, watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass. And I'm telling you right now, that's what's going to happen. We're going to just all of a sudden disappear like those stamps you seen. Did you see that, how he was changing, transforming, like he was getting ready to be beamed up? See, the signs are in front of you. It's just, do you see? They're coming out with the new iPhone 7. Now, the iPhone 7, if you go into Revelation 7, all these things are ready to happen right now. Revelation 7 talks about the sealing of God's servants. Okay? But it also speaks right here on the sixth seal. 6:12. Okay? 6:12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. We just had a 3.3 in Yellowstone. Okay? Yellowstone. That's the biggest volcanic activity in the world. And that's where all the fault lines are going to be connected to. That's what's going to split this place. It's going to be devastating. The worst part about it is, after this happens, that's probably when we're going to be leaving. We'll be soon out of here. Because my dream, I'm hanging on to what I've seen. All I can do is share what I've been told. And you guys heard me on the 24th when I said I heard that engine revving up twice. Rum, rum. And then all of a sudden I heard somebody go, Mark! And I woke up really fast. 4 days later, we had 225 earthquakes in America on the 28th. Okay? 4 days later after I had that dream. And then 2 days after that, 28th, 29th, 30th, it was on 1/1, January 1st of 17. Okay? We had another 220-something earthquakes. Just like that engine, revved up twice. And it ain't done that again since, has it? These things are getting ready to happen. That was a warning to let you know it's at hand. Now, whether people choose to know that these are signs from God, he does try to warn people. But if you're lukewarm, you're not going to make it. If you're holding on to what's in this world and your faith is nothing, you got no faith in anything. And even though we've seen this weather acting all weird, we've seen the earthquakes through the roof, and crops are going to be failing everywhere. Fish, mammals have died everywhere. Damascus is nothing but a pile of rubble out there. The water over there across from Israel, that river is all dried up. Everything is happening according to Bible prophecy. 70 nations coming against Israel, and you can start giving up now? It's insane. That's insane. And the scoffers and mockers, I told you how I had a dream where as we were lifting up, the people were coming more against us. Okay? And that's what's happening now. I got a lot of these people blocked, but somehow they're still able to come in making comments. It's a demonic, it's a spiritual attack. These things are going to do it. Why? Because they're running this world here. They're running everything here. They're running it all. So are you going to be able to stop what's in charge? No. I might be able to block a lot of them, but they're still coming out doing what they're doing. I don't see them, but a lot of you guys out there might see them on your channels when they shouldn't even be there, period. Now, I've heard some people say that they don't see them at all anymore. But I guess it's certain people that are seeing them, like this girl in here that I gave her my channel, and she said, man, she goes, this one person, boy, just really awful, horrible. She goes, I don't even like her. She goes, she sounded nasty. All she did was, boy, she hates you with a passion. I said, no, you stop and think about it, man. That's evil. You know, it's not from God. Anybody that would sit there and hate and hang on to somebody so long and just constantly keep coming and coming and coming, and they just don't stop. And that's the way these demonic spirits are going to be when people are in hell. They're going to constantly be coming against you non-stop. They don't stop. And they won't stop. That's what they do. Okay? This is what's going to happen. Now, remember when I said as we were lifting up, I seen the earthquake was going to happen, okay? That's going to happen, but I also seen, like, it was either stars or fire that was coming down from heaven, but it would look like, you know, like lots of bright, like asteroids, I guess, or either that or else it was stars that were falling from heaven. And that's where I come right here, and it says, and I saw the stars of heaven fell unto the earth. That's what I seen. Like a fig tree that casts its untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Now see, that's what I seen, the earth going back and forth like that. Now, the stars are coming down as we were being lifted up. So what does that tell me? That tells me, as we were getting ready to go up, the mockers and scoffers are going to come against us. And then in another dream, as we were going up, these are probably right around the same time, that's when the stars are going to be coming down on the earth. We're going to be spared what's coming, and that's the time we're going to be leaving when these things happen. And these events are probably real close to happening. This is the time where we have to have patience, be anxious for nothing, and get right into the Word of God. Just like the, look in the description box here, man. I'm going to provide that link where he's given a description on the Bible, on the everything that you see. Just like when he spoke about the 4 horsemen that come out. Now, who comes back on a white horse? Jesus. And when you hear about thunders, lightning, thundering, and stuff like that, that's Father in heaven. Remember when Jesus said, when he said that thunder, he goes, that wasn't for my sake, it was for yours, so that you might believe, you know. And that was Father in heaven doing that. And then when you read about this first white horse that comes out, then it says, clearly it says, the noise of thunder, one of the 4 beasts saying, come and see. And I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering and to conquer. That's all it really says about him. But what is he doing? He's trying to get people together to separate, fighting against these demonic spirits. Okay? The wickedness here. Because this is a spiritual battle we're having here. So we have to overcome all these things. Then you hear about these other horses that come out, okay? A red horse, a black horse, and a pale horse. Those are the ones that are where people are gonna start dying, and because it clearly says the things that are happening, the famine, all these things are gonna start. They're already happening. Crops, like last year, I've seen corn crops where they dried up and didn't even finish growing in some places. You know, things aren't what you think they are. They're not telling you the truth of it. You know, people are going to find out. It's going to be a rude awakening. It's going to be a very rude awakening. This is not the time to fall short, okay? Like I said, there's this video I want you guys to watch. It's called Revelation and End Time. I'm going to provide the link in my description box, my email address with my post office box. And we don't know how much more time, but you guys remember when I said I took this photo in 77 when I was 17? Now, all these years that went by, in 4 months, I'm going to be 57. And this photo was taken in 77. So what is that? That's 5777. In 4 months, okay? In 4 more months. And what is the Jewish calendar right now? It's 5777. This is the thing, you guys gotta be, this is where you need to be getting sharp. And we know how fast a month can go by. It's going by real quick, and we're right at the edge right now. This is the time of all times, and this is not the time to lose hope. This is the time where you need to be sharpening your pencils and getting ready. I'm telling you, the time is up here. The scoffers and mockers are going to get even worse. This is the time you don't need to be entertaining them. If you're playing with them, you're risking your salvation. Because they're not here to get saved. They're here to do what's written in the Word of God. Scoff and mock. That's all they're here for, is to cause division. And I highly doubt it if their name is in the book of life. This is not the time to be deceived. Be very, very careful. Jesus said, comfort one another. He didn't say to try to save the scoffers and mockers, did he? Be very careful. This is not the time to be deceived. Please check the description box. We are at the end of this time right now. God bless each and every one of you. I hope and pray that you get something out of this message. All the information to the following link for Revelations, End Times. This guy's very good at the Bible study, breaking it down, and he'll open up your minds better on everything that's happening here. He's only got 11 videos. I highly recommend that you watch them all. God bless yous.